Hey, Trigger Tickle here, back again with another YouTube video. First off, I just want to thank all of you because this makes my 25th YouTube video. So to me, this is a very big milestone. I've come a long way since that very first YouTube video. And as a means of appreciation, I'm going to give out a $10 gift card to either iTunes or Google Play, whichever one you request, to the winner of a little contest that we're going to do. So this is how the contest is going to work. First off, go ahead and hit the subscribe cat right there. Meow meow, Mr. Kitty Cat. Meow. So once you've hit that subscribe cat, what I want you to do next, come up with a 5-word horror story and leave it below. It can be whatever you want. Whatever 5 words come to mind, whatever you think would be the scariest thing with those 5 words. It can be whatever you want. But it needs to be scary, but it can also be funny and absurd. Whichever story that I find is the funniest, or that I think is the scariest or most clever, I'm going to send the $10 gift card to. So just go ahead and do that down below and we'll move on from there. So now that that part's out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the real beef of this story. Hot Pockets. So in my previous video, I talked about what you could expect and what you would get if you spent 750 crystals specifically to run Dragon's Beat 10. In this video, what I'm going to be talking about is the Hall of Elements. Now, I based the runs on the Hall of Wind. The reason why I did that is because the Hall of Wind, the numbers for it look the most accurate, and the chart that I'm going to put down below that you can check right now if you want and you just want to stop watching the video, go right down there and you can. But I based these numbers off of the Hall of Wind, and there's also another link on there for the other halls if you're interested. Now, I know that I based the numbers off the Hall of Wind, but we're going to go ahead and just make the logical assumption that all the other halls, fire, water, air, light and dark, pumpkin, pumpernickel bread,
dirty nasty ketchup bread, dirty nasty ketchup,
they're all going to be the same in this case. The reason being for that is if I was programming the game, logically I would make all of the halls of essence have the same drop potential. Now the only exception that I could think on that is maybe they made the light and dark halls have a little bit higher or lower drop chance, a little bit more difficult, just because light and dark monsters are harder to get. But we're just going to assume for now that all of the halls are the same as the Hall of Wind, which is the numbers we're basing this off of. So if you want to jump over here with me really quick to my trusty little computer, I'm going to show you the chart real quick, give you a rundown, a walkthrough on it, and then we'll come back here and we'll go over a scenario on it. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this right around 2 minutes. So if you look at the very top left, it'll show 70 max energy and 80 max energy. That's without a sanctum and with a sanctum of energy. Those are your totals, and if you do 750 crystal refreshes, right below that is the max amount of energy potential you can get. Make note that with 750 crystals, you can get 25 energy refills. Right below that is the number of times that you can run the Hall of Elements level B10. So that's without a sanctum and with a sanctum, and then right below that is with energy return rate of about 1 energy per turn. If you go down to the very bottom left, it'll show the drop chances for Angelmon clear up through high essence and the percentage of they drop. If you look really down below there, say under essence, the low, 25.66%, right next to that, and brackets the 4.41, that is on average how many of that item you can expect to get per drop. So if you look up, say, at Unknown Scrolls has a 3.25% drop rate, and each time it drops, you have roughly a chance of getting 4.5 Unknown Scrolls. Now, the most important part of this video, though, you're going to see down at the bottom right, and this is what you can expect to get from running the Hall of Elements. One thing that I do want to make note here is the drop chance on the Mystical Scrolls. Now, I have personally ran the Hall of Elements several hundreds of times, and I have not gotten that drop chance. I would say you have a chance of getting a Mystical Scroll every probably 200 runs. So where it's stating you're going to get 8 Mystical Scrolls from running this 291 times, I can tell you right now that's incorrect, so I do not believe that number at all. So that might be something you want to make note of when you're doing this. Other than that, if you need a copy of this, I will put it down below, and let's head back over to me and we're going to do a quick summary on this video and then we'll be done. So I guess the question is, should you be using your crystals to run the Hall of Elements? The answer is no, unless you need the essence. Now look, you're only going to be running the Hall of Elements for essence. You're not running it for anything else. You're not running it for runes, you're not running it for experience, you're not running it for Mystic Scrolls, because like I said in the video, the drop chance of Mystic Scrolls is absurdly low. So the only reason you're running the Hall of Elements is to get essence. There are some rules here on when you should be using those crystals to run the Hall of Elements, and you should be spending them only if you have a 4 or 5 star monster you're trying to awaken. If you have a 3-star monster, the requirements to run them are pretty low. Save your crystals because you can run it again next week. But if you have a 4-star monster, they need 10 high essence. So if, say, you're on a Wednesday and you're running the Hall of Water, you need those 10 high essence, so go ahead and do a crystal refresh and you'll probably get them relatively quickly. If you're a lower level player, don't waste your crystals. And I'm saying waste because that's exactly what it is. Do not waste your crystals running the Hall of Elements. I did that. I had a 5-star monster. I pulled it very quickly, and early on, I should say. And I wasted a lot of time running the Hall of Wind and using crystals to do so when I should have been trying to raise up my team. So unless you can run, I would say at least Hall or floor 7 consistently without fails, save your crystals. Anything from 7 onward is worth your time. Anything below, forget it. You can spend your crystals somewhere else. It'd be much more beneficial to do so. But hey, if you guys stuck with me this far, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me, and it keeps me motivated to make better quality content. So I'm going to release the winner of the gift card in the next video. I'm going to wait 7 days to do so, just to give you guys some time. I'm going to choose that winner from my subscribers list, and I want to see those comments down below, so whichever one's the funniest, we'll go from there. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. Trigger Tickle out.